I wasn't looking for the world's unhealthiest food. I didn't plan to expose anything. I was just hungry. That's how it always starts. I walked into a store filled with food, but something immediately felt wrong. The lights were too bright, the colors too loud, the shelves packed so tight they felt overwhelming. Every package seemed to shout at me at the same time. Buy this, eat now, feel good instantly. And for a moment, I believed it. I reached for a snack without thinking. My hand moved before my brain did. Then I stopped. I turned the package around and looked at the ingredients. The list was longer than the story of how the food was made. Words I couldn't pronounce, numbers instead of names, oils, syrups, preservatives stacked on top of each other. It didn't look like food. It looked like chemistry wearing a friendly smile. That's when the first uncomfortable question hit me. When did food stop being food? I kept walking. The next aisle was for kids. Bright colors, cartoon characters with wide eyes and perfect smiles. Boxes designed to be grabbed quickly by small hands. I watched a parent hand one to a crying child. The tears stopped instantly. Not because the child was nourished, but because the system worked. Sugar, salt, silence. The store wasn't selling food. It was selling calm. It was selling speed. It was selling distraction. And nobody was the villain. People rushed by with carts full of easy dinners, frozen meals promising happiness in 12 minutes, energy drinks replacing sleep, snacks replacing meals. Everyone looked tired, busy, overloaded. That's when I realized something frightening. This wasn't about bad choices. This was about normal choices. Unhealthy food didn't win because people wanted to be unhealthy. It won because it was everywhere, because it was cheap, because it fit into lives that were already exhausted. I kept walking, and the store started to feel less like a grocery store and more like a system. Everything was designed for speed. No thinking, no waiting. Just open, heat, eat, repeat. I noticed people weren't really eating anymore. They were consuming. Eyes locked on phones. Food gone in minutes. No taste, no pause, no connection. Just fuel empty and forgettable. And that's when the thought hit me. Heavy and unavoidable. If someone designed food to keep people addicted, distracted, and exhausted, this is exactly what it would look like. I left the store without buying anything and sat in my car, staring at the entrance. People kept walking in. People kept walking out. Bags full, hands busy, minds elsewhere. I thought about how we got here. Food used to be slow. Meals were events. Ingredients were simple. You knew where things came from, not because it was trendy, but because that was the only option. Somewhere along the way, speed became more valuable than health. Convenience became more important than nourishment. And slowly, so slowly, we didn't notice real food started to feel like a luxury. Later that day, I passed a fast food drive-thru. The line wrapped around the building, engines running, windows down, hands exchanging money for bags filled with perfectly engineered combinations of salt, sugar, and fat. I wasn't judging. I understood. People were tired. People were busy. Cooking felt like work when life already felt heavy. But I couldn't stop thinking, what are we paying for this convenience? Not just money, but energy, focus, mood, long-term health, even patience. Food that once fueled us now controlled us. I remembered being a kid, eating whatever was put in front of me. No labels, no warnings. No idea that habits formed so early would follow me for decades. And I wondered how many kids today would grow up thinking this was normal, thinking real food was boring and packaged food was a reward. That night, I cooked a simple meal, nothing fancy, ingredients I could recognize. As I ate slowly, without a screen in front of me, something unexpected happened. I felt full in a different way, not stuffed, not heavy, just satisfied. That's when I realized the most dangerous thing about the world's unhealthiest food. It doesn't feel dangerous. It feels normal. It feels convenient. It feels harmless until years pass and the cost shows up quietly. In low energy, in poor sleep, in constant cravings, in bodies working harder than they should. This wasn't a horror story with a jump scare. It was a slow one. A story where nothing dramatic happens in one day, but everything changes over time. I didn't fix the system. I didn't quit all processed food. I didn't change the world. I just became aware. And awareness changes everything. Because the opposite of unhealthy food isn't expensive food, or strict diets, or perfection. The opposite is paying attention, reading labels, cooking sometimes, eating slowly, questioning what's being sold as normal. The world's unhealthiest food didn't appear overnight, and it won't disappear overnight either. But change doesn't start in factories or governments. It starts in quiet moments when someone pauses, looks closer, and chooses differently. One meal, one decision, one person, and maybe that's enough. Because the moment we stop eating on autopilot, the system starts to lose its power.